Hello and welcome to the universe of H2M. This is my North Western Railway Fleet Character Introduction series. In this episode, we're going to look at North Western Rail's number 36, Victoria. Victoria is a Bagnall Standard 18060 saddle tank engine who was built at Bagnall's Staffordshire workshops in 1951, along with her two brothers, Victor and Vulcan. So, if you can figure this out, if you know Victor and Vulcan, then yes, Victoria is 2995. Anyways, back to history. The three engines, for most of their working life, were based at the Port Talbot Steelworks in South Wales. In 1960, the steelworks were looking to replace the three Bagnalls with diesel engines, and as such, they were put up for sale, with Victor and Vulcan being sold to an automotive manufacturer in the north of England, while Victoria would be sold to the National Coal Board and sent to Mardy Colliery. This would be where Bagnall first befriended Jones, the GWR 7200 282 tank engine. They soon became good friends and colleagues, however it was short-lived, as the two engines soon became separated when Jones was purchased by Lord Durrës and moved to the Durrës Vale. Before Jones left the coalfields, he had promised Victoria that he would never forget her and that one day they would be working together again. After his departure, Victoria became rather distant from the other engines and they had taken a disliking to her, as well as becoming neglected of maintenance by the coal board staff. In 1967, she was withdrawn and taken to a local scrapyard. The scrapyard was a dingy, small yard with only two other engines residing there, along with Victoria. She would remain in that scrapyard until 1973. Over and beyond the Sodor, the steel mill at Pilgodred was increasing their production rates and were in need of another shunter at steelworks to assist Dev and Dave. However, the shunter needed to be as strong as a Class 13 and also have experience in working in a steel mill. One evening, when Jones was at the steel mill collecting new rails for the Arsdale Railway, he was informed of the situation and remembered Victoria and the promise he made to her before he left Mardy. Jones spoke to the Fat Controller and the manager of the steel mill as he explained to them about the young Bagnall and her strength and experience at Port Talbot. Intrigued, the steel mill's manager asked the Fat Controller to do some investigations. It took some time, but after a month of phoning around, they learned of Victoria at the scrapyard in South Wales. Given that Jones knew Victoria, the Fat Controller allowed him to travel to the scrapyard with Jeff and a well wagon to bring Victoria back to Sodor. Upon arrival at the scrapyard, they found Victoria to be in a rather sorry state. The owner of the scrapyard was closing down his business and wanted to get rid of his assets, and as such, Victoria was sold to the Fat Controller for a very cheap rate and was taken back to Sodor by Jeff and Jones, where she was taken to the works for overhaul and became North Western Railway's 36 locomotive in June of 1973. I hope you like my take on Victoria, and I shall see you in the next video. Feel free to voice your opinions in the comments below, and please like and subscribe if you're new to the channel. See you next time.